You don't want to say anything? You just want to be on the video and look at yourself?
Yeah.
They eat you up.
I just want to be down here.
You just want to be down here?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to be down here with me, you have to be quiet, okay?
Nice. Just do it out.
Oh, I'm sorry. You go play with Robert?
Robert's mad at me.
He's mad at you? Why is Robert mad at you?
Because he keeps fighting with me.
He keeps fighting with you?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? He would not be able to fight with you if you didn't fight with him.
Well, I can't do it.
I know it is hard not to fight with your brother. But you got to stop fighting with your brother.
That's sticky.
Okay. Go be good. Go be good. Mama's got to do a video, okay? Whoa! Make me fall off my exercise ball. Hello, YouTube. It's me again. So while driving to the nursing home this morning to visit my mother, as I do every Sunday morning to make sure that she is able to connect to the Kingdom Hall on her digital device, I had an idea. See, I've been getting a whole lot of activity in my comment section lately from trolls, and I had thought about doing a mean tweets video, kind of like Neil does occasionally over at the Great Apostate channel, but then it occurred to me that that would kind of be like copying, and I don't want to do that, but then some of the comments are really funny and stupid, and then I said, well, you know, I could really do sort of a Dear Abby meets mean tweets sort of thing. It could be helpful. It could be downright hilarious based on the questions that people ask me sometimes. So it just so happens that I have the most perfect name for this, right? My mother-in-law is a devout Mormon, but even she giggles about being called Sister Pfister. It's ridiculous. You know, I almost named a band that a few years ago when I actually had time to play in a band. It was going to be Sister Pfister and the Heavy Lifters. And one of these days, I am going to start that band sometime. I will have a band with that name. It might be when I'm in the nursing home myself, but one day it'll happen. Anyway, welcome to the very first inaugural edition of Ask Sister Pfister, in which my viewers, you, ask the questions and I, your host, will answer them. I might give you serious answers. I might give you facetious ones. It will be up to you and your newfound critical thinking skills to tell them apart. Far and away, the most frequently asked question I get in my comments is, why do you look like a boy? Or are you a lesbian? Or some variation thereof. In answer, I'm going to show you a picture. Okay? You ready? So that's my husband, and he does in fact exist, and he is actually a quite handsome guy in my opinion. And you, of course, if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you have already seen my two adorable offspring. I think they're adorable. I might be biased, but it's true. They're adorable. Anyway, you have probably no doubt also observed that they are carbon copies of me. So clearly birthed by yours truly. So that should answer your question, right? No doubt you can infer from context clues here that I am in fact heterosexual. Not that it's any of your business, but you asked. So to answer the other part of this, I'll ask you a question. Why is there an assumption that because I have short hair and that I don't show you my tits that I'm a lesbian? I mean, I understand most likely that that's an attempt at bullying, but I've actually eaten tougher things than my internet trolls for breakfast. So, nice try though. Keep in mind that you can only see me really from about here up in my videos, so you really have no idea whether I look like a boy or not. Just trust me on this. My husband has never actually mistaken me for a boy, so that's all that really matters. Let's move on to a slightly more serious question. And this one is not actually from the comment section. I have been contacted via email and on other social media sites and lots of other places by scores of people since I posted my very first video a few months ago. And often these are people who are recently disfellowshipped or disassociated and who are still reeling from the loss of their family and friends and who honestly don't know if they can survive it. The main question that I get is, does it always feel like this? Does it ever get better? How do I get over this? And is it possible to move on and be happy? And I get a little emotional about this because it breaks my heart, because I know that feeling. I know it too well. And I've done a whole video about advice that I wish someone had given me when I first came out. And so I won't revisit all of that, but I will say, no, it does not always feel so raw and so horrible. It does get better over time. It's like any wound that you get, it will heal. Eventually, time heals all things, even being bullied, shunned, and stalked and sabotaged by people who are supposed to love you. Can you ever completely get over it? No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think war veterans ever get over PTSD either. It doesn't mean that they and we can't have happy and productive lives. It just means that there is that sore spot that always exists, and for good reason. But actually, you can look on the bright side of this, right? If you're newly out, in a few years, if you make smart choices and you take care of yourself, you will be able to look back and appreciate how far you have come. You will be able to look at the good things in your life. You'll see so much more than somebody who's never experienced what it's like to be an ex-Jehovah's Witness. And more importantly, you will be able to help those who are coming out behind you. From personal experience, it is possible to move on and to be happy. And it's actually highly probable if you get a good therapist and you work yourself through the unbrainwashing process. I will say that personally, I am much, much happier now than I ever was as a Jehovah's Witness. And that's pretty awesome. Okay, now, moving on, there are a few new trolls who have stopped by my channel, and they have asked or implied a few very interesting questions that I will address here. One who names him or herself Life Agent, who has commented on a number of other videos. I think Vinny has done a couple of videos talking to Life Agent. For some reason, this individual thought that it would be smart to try to post 1 million copy and paste all capital rants on XJW channels. But he appears to have given up recently, probably because it was a stupid idea in the first place. But he posted a lot of crap on my channel, and I just started deleting them because it was just a waste to have to scroll through this repeated bullshit over and over. But he posted a couple of questions that I feel like I need to answer for you. Are you paying my bills, rotting snake? Are you giving me the breath of life? Because it's in all caps. It's like he's screaming this crap. Are you paying my bills, rotting snake? No. Why would I be paying your bills, weirdo? Or are you saying that you don't know who is paying your bills? If that's the case, I would say, lucky you. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. And breath of life, what are you talking about? I mean, I can recommend some Listerine or Scope for fresh breath, but I'm not giving you anything. Especially if you call me a rotting snake. Or is that like some strange tribal naming ritual? Have you just given me a new name? Maybe I should return the favor. How, types in all caps, rotting snake have heap fresh breath. Get out of here. A more recent repeat troll, who I affectionately call Trolly McTrollerson these days, but whose screen name is BGL. First, okay, I'm assuming this one's female because the comments are definitely reminiscent of a bitchy middle school girl, but I could be wrong about that. She informs me that the world is lying in the power of Stan the Devil. I have asked her who this mysterious Stan is, but she has not responded. Among her very important, heavy, weighty, and probing questions, she asks, why is it that all apostates tell the same lie? It can't be a coincidence. You probably deserved it. Now, this was in the context of a discussion about sexual child molestation. Let that sink in for a minute. It couldn't possibly be because what we are all saying is actually true. Could it, Trollicious? I mean, multiple independent sources who don't know each other, have never met, all confirming that the same things happen in the organization over and over and over, all over the world. So what you are saying here is that somehow all of the former Jehovah's Witnesses in the world came up with the exact same story spontaneously. Bitch, please. You are right about one thing. It's not a coincidence. It is a fact that the Watchtower Society protects and actually contributes to the creation of pedophiles. There's a lot of material there. That would be a really good video, actually, on how they do contribute to the pedophile problem, because they do. There is enough evidence published out there in the real world to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that these things are true. And yet, all apostates tell the same lies. Okay, in case you need a concrete example, this lady is what willful stupidity looks like, folks. And also, apparently, at the age of 6 and 7, I totally deserved to be molested. How's that for Christian love? Next question from Trolly McTrollface. You've been so successful in your life, why haven't you had your house remolded? I think she meant remodeled, and she probably meant to say being so successful, but okay, I'll give her a pass since witnesses and their fence-sitting hangers-on who can't actually qualify for baptism but are unable to move on, as a general rule, are uneducated. My house does not need remodeling, but thanks for your concern. I like it just the way it is. Actually, we are finishing up a bathroom renovation, but that's beside the point. And yeah, I have been pretty surprisingly successful in my life, given where I came from, but I think we have to actually examine our definitions of success. Clearly, this troll is referring to monetary success. And I have been pretty fortunate in that department, I have to say. But real success for me is not quantifiable in terms of dollars. See, I have a family that loves me in spite of the Jehovah's Witnesses and their draconian and unfair policies. I have an education. I have a job that I love. I have a house that affords plenty of room for me and my family to work, play, and relax. Yeah. By all counts, I am pretty damn successful in life, and so is everyone else who has managed to escape from the clutches of the brobots in Brooklyn turned Warwick. This person also has said that I am trolling Jehovah because I didn't actually know that Jehovah was on the internet. I haven't seen his channel. Somebody needs to do that. That'd be really funny. But she casts herself as his mighty protector, as if the almighty creator of the universe, if he existed, would actually need a random lady on the internet who can't even spell to protect him from some words. Like I said, bitch, please. That's enough of Trolly McTrollface for today. Another viewer asks, have you ever considered writing a book? Yes, I have, but I haven't got time to do much writing with the work and the kids and everything going on right now. Eventually I might do it. I've got some ideas. I'll get there one day. Anyway, that's all for right now. If you have questions for future installments of Ask Sister Pfister, put them in the comments and I'll answer them next time. If you haven't already, you need to carve out 2 hours of your schedule to watch the latest John Cedar / Lloyd Evans video called Pillowgate. It's really long. Like, I looked at it, I was like, I don't know if I can do this for 2 hours, y'all. I watched it. It was like riveting. 2 hours of, oh my God. It's just so gross and creepy and culty. You have to see it to believe it. I mean, really, go check it out. But that's it for today. Y'all go do something fun.